Okay, so let's continue the first part. Okay, so now that we have learned the Venn diagram, so we will use the Venn diagrams in solving word problems. Okay, in solving set operations using the Venn diagram, the following are the steps to be followed para mas madali kayong makapagsagot. The step 1, you need to determine what is given and what are being asked. So, always naman sa ating pag nagsosolve tayo ng problem, we need to determine what is given and what is asked. Next, step 2, illustrate using the Venn diagram. And for step 3, determine what operations to be used. And step 4, use the operations. And last step is to answer the questions being asked. Okay, let's have an example. Let A and B be two finite sets such that the cardinality of set A is equals to 20, the cardinality of set B is equals to 28, and the cardinality of the union of A and B is equals to 36. When we say union, both pinagsama natin si A and B. So, 36 daw yan. So, find the cardinality of the intersection of A and B. When we say intersection, bilang dito common kay set A at kay set B. And when we say cardinality, the number of elements. So, in example 1, we are asked to find the cardinality of the intersection of A and B using the given. Okay, so let's have the following step. Ayan. Step 1 is you need to determine what is given and what are being asked. When we say given, kung ano yung binigay dun sa ating problem, and what are being asked, kung ano yung hinahanap sa atin. So for given, we have here the cardinality daw ni set A is 20, the cardinality is set B is 28, and the cardinality of union of A and B is 36. Okay, kung ma-observe nyo, ang cardinality ni union ni A and B is 36, and meron tayong A and B 20 and 28. Diba? Ang cardinality pinagsama na A at B. So, dapat 48 yan, but we have 36. Tingnan natin mamaya kung bakit. So, we have now the given. Next is to find what is asked or what are being asked. So, we are asked to find the cardinality of the intersection of A and B. Okay, so step 2 is to illustrate the Venn diagram. So, we have here the intersection of A and B. Sabi ko sa inyo, yung nasa gitna, that is the intersection ng ating elements or ng ating set. So, we have here the A and B. That's why we have the intersection of A and B. And we have here the set A. Ito yung mga set A. And ito yung ating set B. Next. Step 3, determine what operations to be used. Okay, so using the formula, para malaman natin yung union, yung bilang ng lahat, the cardinality ni A at ni B, so we are going to find the sum ng cardinality ni A at ng cardinality ni B minus the intersection of A and B. Okay, then we have here the cardinality of the intersection. Paano natin malalaman yung cardinality naman ng intersection ni set B? So we have, kailangan nating i-add yung cardinality ni A, yung cardinality ni B, ima-minus natin sa union ni A at ni B. And here, by substituting the value to our given formula, we have the cardinality of the intersection set A at ni set B is equals to the cardinality of A, again, is 20, plus the cardinality ni B, which is 28, ima-minus natin sa union ni A and ni B, which is 36. So, by simplifying, we have 20 plus 28 is 48 minus 36. And we have the intersection ni A and B. 48 minus 36 is equals to 12. So now, nahanap na natin yung ating bilang ng the cardinality of set A, and we have the set B, which is 12. Next step is to use the operations by using in our Venn diagram. So now, naano na natin, di ba ang intersection, ito cardinality ni set A at ni set B is 12. Saan natin ilalagay? Sa gitna. Dito natin ilalagay. And we have here, ito si set A, yung nasa left, ito si set B, yung nasa right. Paano natin i-apply? Paano natin nakuha si 8? Paano nakuha si 16? Di ba ang intersection natin sa gitna is 12? Ang gagawin natin, ima-minus natin si 12 sa elements ni set A at sa element ni set B. First one, kanina, the cardinality daw ni set A is, anong cardinality ni set A kanina? We have 20. So, si 20, ima-minus natin kay 12. Yung intersection. Si 20, ima-minus natin kay 12. Ang sagot ay 8. Now, let us find the elements of the cardinality of set B. Ang kay set B naman, we have the cardinality of set B is equals to 28. Again, ang gagawin lang natin, ima-minus lang natin si 28, which is the set B kay 12. So, we have 28 minus 12, we have 16. Ayan na yung ating Venn diagram. And, kung ma-observe nyo, kanina sabi natin, yung bilang, sabi natin kanina ha, yung sa given, yung intersection daw ni set A at ni set B ay 36. So, tingnan natin ngayon kung 36 na yun. Union ni set A at ni set B is 36. So, i-add natin lahat ito. Itong set A at itong set B. Okay, so 8 plus 12, we have 20. 20 plus 16 is 36. So, overall, yung union, pinagsama ni set A at ni set B is 36. And for step 5, answer the questions being asked. Ano yung tanong natin? So, find the cardinality of set A and find the cardinality of the intersection of set A and B is equals to 12. Yan lang naman ang tinatanong sa atin. Ganun i-apply ang ating Venn diagram sa word problems. Okay, let's have example number 2. In a junior high school, 200 students were randomly selected. So here we have 200 students. 140 like tea, 140 like tea, 120 like coffee, and 80 like both tea and coffee. Okay, sabi dito sa junior high school, parang pinapili sila kung anong gusto nila. Sabi nung 140 students, gusto nila ang tea. Sabi nung 120, coffee naman yung gusto nila. And ang 80, gusto parehas si tea and coffee. Okay, so we are now asked how many students like only tea? Letter B, how many students like only coffee? And letter C, how many students like neither tea or coffee? Hindi nila gusto ang tea at ang coffee. When we say how many students like only tea, yung ang gusto lang nila ay tea. Letter B, only coffee, yung gusto lang is coffee. And for C, how many students ang hindi may gusto or walang gusto sa tea or coffee? Okay, so step 1 is to determine, follow natin yung 5 steps. Step 1, determine what is given and what are being asked. Okay, so we have the given. We have here the given, 200 junior high school. Yung in-interview ko anong gusto nila. 140 doon, I like tea. Sulat ko lang, para hindi na tayo pabalik-balik. Sulat niya na lang din sa notebook niya. So, 140, ay may gusto ng tea, and 120 coffee, and ang 80 students natin gusto ang both tea and coffee. So, ilang Venn diagram yung gagawin natin dyan? Ilan ba yung binigay sa atin na given? We have tea and coffee. Saan natin ilalagay si both tea and coffee? Siyempre, parehas. Common sa kanila. Sa gitna natin ilalagay yun. So, next is determine, alam na natin yung given. Ngayon naman, what are being asked? First question, how many students like only tea? Second is, how many students like only coffee? And how many students like neither tea nor coffee? Okay. Step 2, now that we know the given and what are being asked, we will proceed now to step 2, which is to illustrate using the Venn diagram para mas makita natin ng mas malinaw yung hinahanap natin. First, instead of writing T, we will use set T to represent those students who like only tea. And instead of writing coffee, we will use set C to represent students who only like coffee, and X, set of students who like neither tea nor coffee, yung mga hindi may gusto kay tea or coffee. And ilan ba yung may gusto ng both tea and coffee? Saan natin ilalagay? Dito sa ating intersection, which is 80, yung may gusto ng tea and coffee. And step 3, determine what operations to be used. Anong hinahanap natin? Mayroon tayong 80. Hindi natin basta-basta pwedeng ilagay na ang may gusto ng tea is 140. Dito natin ilalagay. Ang may gusto ng coffee is 120. Dito natin ilalagay. Hindi ganon. Ima-minus pa natin kasi mayroon tayong may gusto ng tea and coffee sa gitna. Yung 140, ima-minus natin kay tea. And yung sa C, yung 120, ima-minus pa natin kay 80, kagaya nito. Para malaman natin kung ilan yung bilang ng may gusto ng tea, di ba, we have may gusto ng tea is 140. Ima-minus pa natin doon yung 80 na may gusto ng tea at coffee. Para malaman natin lang yung tea na set of students who like only tea. So, ang may gusto lang ng tea is 60. Because the remaining 20 sa 140, ang gusto nila is tea and coffee. Pero yung may gusto lang ng tea mismo is 60 students lang. And next, to obtain naman yung ating C or the coffee, diba we have 120 yung may gusto ng coffee. Ima-minus naman natin yung 80 na parehas gustoan tea at coffee para makuha natin kung ilan lang yung set of students na may gusto lang ng coffee. So, we have 120 minus 80 is 40. Therefore, we conclude that 40 lang yung students na may gusto ng coffee only. And to obtain X, paano natin mabibilang? Yung ating, when we say X, set X, yung bilang ng ayaw ng tea at coffee. So, para malaman yon, we have 200, yung kaninang students na ating sinurvey, pinaselect natin. Ima-minus natin sa kabuuan nasa Venn diagram. Nung bilang ni tea, bilang ni coffee, at bilang nung may gusto ng tea and coffee. So, we have 200 minus ilan yung may gusto ng tea only? We have 60. Ilan yung may gusto ng coffee only? 40. At ilan yung both? 80. So, 60 plus 40, we have 100 plus 80, 180. Si 200, ima-minus natin kay 180. We have yung ayaw or yung may ayaw ng ating tea and coffee is ilan? 20 students. Next, use the operations. Para mas malinaw, mas maklaro sa atin, ilagay natin sa ating Venn diagram. Okay, class, don't forget to write U. U represents the universal set. Yung bilang ng elements na mayroon doon sa ating Venn diagram. Again, yung may gusto ng tea and coffee, ito ay may tea ha. Sa left ay tea, yung sa right ay coffee. Yung may gusto ng tea and coffee, 80. At yung may gusto ng tea only, ito lang siya, 60. Yung may gusto ng coffee only, 40 lang. And Yung may ayaw, syempre hindi natin ilalagay dito sa loob ng ating Venn diagram. Saan inilalagay? Sa labas ng Venn diagram. Pero nasa loob pa rin siya ng ating rectangle. Ano? Okay, so bilangin natin kung 200 lahat-lahat. 60 plus 80, we have 140. 140 plus 40 is 180 plus 20, we have 200. And after we represent using the Venn diagram, let us answer the questions being asked. Okay, so how many students like only T? Kanina, we have only T. Yung T lang ang gusto, we have 60. Ito lang. Next. How many students like only coffee? Yung coffee lang. So, pag sinabing coffee lang, hindi kasama etong T. So, meron lang tayong 40 students. And next one, we have how many students like neither tea nor coffee, yung walang gusto? 20 students. Nasa labas ng ating Venn diagram. Okay, so sana ay malinaw sa inyo. Next one, another. Last example for Venn diagram. So, a group of 25 high school students were asked whether they use either Facebook or Twitter. So, sinasabi dito na 25 students tinanong kung ano yung ginagamit nila, kung Facebook ba or Twitter or both. So, sabi, 15 of these students use Facebook. Ilan ang gumagamit ng Facebook? 15. And 12 naman yung sa Twitter. So, we have 15 Facebook, 12 kay Twitter. Ano? Okay, ang tinatanong, how many students use Facebook only, how many students use Twitter only, and how many students use both social networking sites. So, following the step 1, determine what is given and what are being asked. So, given 25 high school, yung tinanong natin kung sinong gumagamit ng Facebook and Twitter. 15 naman students, ang sinasabi, gumagamit sila ng FB, and 12 student nagsasabi na gumagamit sila ng Twitter. Ang tinatanong natin, how many use Facebook only, how many use Twitter only, and how many use both social networking sites. So, step 2 is to illustrate the Venn diagram. Okay, instead na ilagay natin is Facebook and Twitter, ano lang ilalagay natin? Sa left side, pwede nating ilagay si F or for FB or Facebook. And si T, ilalagay natin para kay Twitter. And yung B, again, pag sa gitna, ano ulit yun? Intersection, yung gumagamit ng Facebook at ni Twitter. Next is step 3, determine what operations to be used. To obtain B, ano ba yung B? Walang sinabi, unlike sa example 1 and 2 na may sinabi na parehas gumagamit. Pero dito, sa example 3 natin, sa B, wala sinabi kung ilan yung gumagamit parehas ng Facebook and Twitter. So, unknown yung ating B. Para makuha yon, di ba sabi ay 25 students yung gumagamit ng Facebook and Twitter. So, i-add natin si Facebook at saka si Twitter. I-minus natin sa 25 students na tinanong. And so, ano yung bilang ng F? We have 15. Ilan yung bilang ng gumagamit ng Twitter? 12. And ilan yung tinanong? 25. So, by simplifying, we have 15 plus 12, 27. Ima-minus natin dun sa 25, 2. Ibig sabihin, yung gumagamit ng both Facebook and Twitter ay dalawa. Saan natin nilalagay yun? Sa gitna. And para malaman kung ilan yung gumagamit ng Facebook, ito siya, para malaman kung ilan ang gumagamit, si Facebook na bilang ima-minus natin doon sa bilang ng gumagamit ng parehas. So, we have 15 yung gumagamit kanina ng Facebook, ima-minus natin doon sa intersection, which is 2. 15 minus 2, we have 13. Paano naman malaman yung bilang ng gumagamit ng Twitter? So, ima-minus din natin kagaya ng sa Facebook. Ilan yung gumagamit ng Twitter? 12. And ilan yung gumagamit parehas? we have 2. 12 minus 2 is 10. And use the operations then represent using the Venn diagram. Again, sa gitna yung gumagamit parehas 2. And kanina nalaman natin na saan galing yung 13. Kanina, i-minus natin sa 15. 15 minus 2, 13. And 12 minus 2 ay 10. Kaya nakuha natin yung 13, 2, and 10. I-add natin 13 plus 2, 15 plus 10, 25. So, ibig sabihin, walang hindi gumagamit ng Facebook and Twitter. And answer the questions being asked. How many use Facebook only? Tingnan dun sa Venn diagram. Ilan lang yung sa Facebook only? Ito, 13 lang. And how many use Twitter only? Twitter lang, 10. Ano? And how many use both social networking site? Pag sinabing both, yung nasa gitna, which is 2 students. Okay, so ayun lamang ang ating end ng ating lesson for your first monthly exam. Coverage natin start sa sets, types of sets, operations, and also yung ating Venn diagram and how we use the Venn diagram in solving word problem. Okay, so if you have any questions, you are free to ask. Ano?